What's going on, Aurora Alliance? Welcome back to a brand new Star Wars Battlefront updates and news video. And today we're going to be talking about the possibility of a Star Wars Battlefront campaign and ground-to-space combat. Now, I know by now we're probably all speculating about Star Wars Battlefront DLC in the Season Pass and what it's actually going to be. And recently EA seem to have been listening to what the fans actually want, with the possibility of EA's developers actually looking into the single player offline modes. And I actually have more speculation about what DLC we might see, or what we might see in Star Wars Battlefront 2 from EA. So we obviously all knew that Star Wars Battlefront 3 was actually in development from the original developers or creators, whatever you want to call them, but it got cancelled for whatever reasons. I don't know about the reasons too much, I just know obviously it got cancelled. But we actually did get to see leaked alpha stage footage of Battlefront 3. It was extremely ambitious, there was a hell of a lot going into it, and it's also pretty much what every single Star Wars Battlefront fan wants, with ground-to-space combat and what looks like a single-player game mode or possibly story missions, I'm not too sure. And we obviously get to see more heroes and villains included in the game, and we even get to see Jar Jar Binks wielding a blaster and shooting at droids for some strange reason. And now when I first seen this footage, I didn't really think too much of it. It's kind of blurry, it's low quality, there isn't really too much to it. But with the EA survey coming out, and the subtle hints and leaks that they may actually be introducing a lot of what fans want, it got me kind of thinking, could this all feature in EA's Battlefront revamp? The ground-to-space combat, the more heroes and villains from every single trilogy, the more story linear missions for the single player, or maybe it's even just bringing back galactic conquest and things like that for single player. Now it seems like if all of this came in one season pass, it would be one hell of a season pass. It would be absolutely massive, and to pay the £30-40, however much it actually is for the season pass, would be definitely worthwhile. But because there is so much in it, I think it would be too much to actually expect all of that to come in the season pass DLC packs. But there is always the chance of seeing these fan requested features and modes in EA's next installment of Star Wars Battlefront coming in 2017. In EA's Star Wars Battlefront 2, I do expect there to be a lot more than what is in Battlefront right now, because it is quite poor. I mean, the online is absolutely amazing. The single player training missions and things are quite cool, but it does, it lacks a lot compared to the older games. But I do think this Battlefront was to pretty much just test the water and be released around the time of obviously the film came out, build more hype for Star Wars and try and get everyone back on that Star Wars train. And I think that Battlefront 2, we will actually get to see a campaign or like a more story-based feature in the game, a story-based mode. We obviously will get to see more offline modes. Maybe you will get to play like sort of private match on your own, you against AI bots kind of thing. And obviously we will see the incredibly detailed online multiplayer return and possibly content from all three trilogies, as I mentioned before, along with the new features like ground-to-air combat, things like that. I do really think we will see this in Battlefront 2 from EA. So this could actually be our first glimpse at what the future holds for EA's Star Wars Battlefront, and it is absolutely amazing. I mean, obviously if it turns out like this and the graphics that we actually have now, the way the game works we have now, but more heroes, more story, just generally more content within the game, it would be absolutely insane, and it would rival pretty much any first person shooter out there, even though it's not technically a first person shooter because everyone prefers third person. But I guess we will have to wait and see what actually happens in the DLC season pass for the current game and see kind of what they introduce, and that might give us more of a feel for what we actually will get in Star Wars Battlefront 2 from EA. So guys, comment down in the section below what you hope to see in the season pass and what you actually hope to see in the new Star Wars Battlefront coming in 2017. It is quite far away to think about now, but I'm just kind of thinking ahead, kind of getting prepared and really getting on this hype for what Star Wars Battlefront actually could be. Not what it is now, but what it could really be in the future. Smash a like if you've enjoyed this video and subscribe to be kept up to date with all things Star Wars. Other than that guys, may the Force be with you.